Right now I'm working on this piece of crap Briggs and Stratton outboard motor. It's the first time I've ever worked on one. It has some weird components. This rev limiter on here, and kind of weird place to mount the fuel pump. But I'm thinking we have a fuel delivery problem via the fuel pump being the culprit. I'm assuming when I pull the pull rope, since it's a vacuum activated fuel pump, that I should be getting fuel pumping out of the fuel line that goes into the carburetor. But when I pull the pull rope, I'm not getting anything coming out of there. So I'm thinking we have a fuel pump problem. Let's see if that's the case. And basically it starts and dies and starts and dies and just won't really stay running. And I've noticed that the float bowl in the carburetor is not filling up, so I'm starting to assume that the fuel pump might be the culprit. After beating my head against the wall for a few days, I think I finally figured out what might be going on with this engine. And it's got nothing to do with the engine. It's got to do with these stupid boat fuel lines. This is why I don't work on boat engines. And where the ball bearing is there, you can see that the seal is no longer good. So I think what's going on is the fuel pump is not able to get suction to pull fuel out of the fuel tank because this is leaking. So I think I'm going to buy a new one of those. Looks like you can buy just this component connector, and we'll see what happens. So I ended up replacing that connector right there because that's where fuel and air were leaking from. Apparently it needs to be an airtight, liquid-tight seal all the way up through the bulb and into another marine connection right there. So that has to be airtight, liquid-tight as well. So that was an important aspect of getting the fuel pump to work correctly, was making sure that that fuel line was all vacuum tight. So let's start this thing up.